amazed how many videos there are of people using these stacker things that dump bales on the field, so you have to go pick them back up. Seems nobody has another person available to stack on wagons anymore, but you always see someone standing around in the field like at 12:50. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't have anyone to stack hay on wagons anymore, or I never did to start with. Nobody wants to stack hay on wagons anymore. The only people that I can get to help me is, one, my wife, and two, my 61-year-old dad. Now, I'm not going to ask either one of them to come and stack maybe 1,000 bales in one day on a bunch of wagons, and then we have to unload 1,000 bales that evening or the next day. That's, I mean, and I don't really want to have to do all that either, because then you have to do it again. You know, if you got a lot going on, a lot of baling going on, then you got to do it again the next day. Well, that will flat wear you out in just a short amount of time. Now, as far as the person standing in the field, I had to go back and look at the video because I couldn't remember who was at the field. But when I went back and looked, it was my wife. My wife pulled in to the field that I was baling at with my 1-year-old son so he could watch me baling hay. Now, I guess I was supposed to run over there and tell my wife, I guess you better get on a wagon and start packing hay since you're here. Yeah, that would have went over like she says, a lead fart. It would have, no, she would have went back home. Not saying that she wouldn't ever do such a thing, because before I had an accumulator, she did help me, except most of the time I would let her bale and I would pack it on the wagon. And, you know, it just, but she can't always be there. She has a full-time job. She's off in the summer because she's a teacher, but she has a full-time job. A lot of times when I'm getting up hay, she's at work, my dad's at work, and everybody else is at work. I have to get up hay by myself, so I bought the equipment to get up the hay by myself, so I don't have to rely on anybody else. I don't have to call anybody else. I can just do it myself. As long as the weather stays good, I can bale the hay. I can go back with my tractor, get up all the hay, and then the bonus side to putting the hay on the trailers with the grapple is when I get to the barn, I can unload the hay with a grapple, and I don't have to touch I don't even have to touch the hay to put it in the barn. And then the other bonus side is the person that buys my square hay, that buys 90% of my square hay, uses gooseneck trailers just like mine, and she'll bring her trailer to my farm and drop it off, and she'll pick up the trailer that I've loaded and take it down the road. She don't have to wait. And while she's gone for the week, or you know, while she's not there, I'll take my grapple and I'll load 245 bales on the next trailer, on her trailer, and it'll be ready to go when she comes back. I strap it down, have it ready to go. We have an excellent system that takes hardly any labor. It takes a lot of my time, yes. It's still a lot of hard work, yes. It takes time away from my family, yes. But I don't have to bother other people. I don't have to hire other people. I don't have to pay other people. Once the machinery was paid for, you know, then that's it. I don't have to pay anybody else to come back year after year and year. You know, how many people does it take to run a square baling operation efficiently? Let's say you only have 2 wagons or 3 wagons. I actually only have 2 wagons I can pull behind a square bale, and you can put 200 bales on them, but they don't like 200 bales, and you couldn't put 200 bales on them by hand, I don't believe, the way you stack them by hand. I think they hold about 150 if you stack them by hand. Now, you got 150 bales on trailer, he's fussing and cussing because he's getting tired. You give him a drink of water or a beer or whatever he wants, he'll stack another wagon for you, he or she. Or you get out there and stack. Alright? Well, now you got 300 bales on wagons. Okay? Now you're out of wagons. What are you going to do now? Anybody got any guesses? You're going to go unload them. Well, what's happening at the field when you go unload them? Nothing. Nothing's happening. Okay? Unless you get, what? 2 more people at least? Or it worked better to probably have 4 people at the barn unloading wagons. They could get done almost fast enough that they could come and switch wagons with you if you do that. But how long are these people going to keep working when it's 90 degrees outside and, you know, they're drinking beer or whatever they're doing, they're getting tired, they ain't getting paid much, they're going to go home on you. So, you know, I don't want to hear somebody complaining about these accumulators that I'm using and many other people are using. It's called smart. That's what it's called. It's called getting it done yourself without relying on a whole bunch of other people that will, you know, ultimately get tired, not want to show up, not come back. You know, your family's probably the best bet, but you know, all my family is busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got a job. Everybody has something they got to get done, just like I do. So, anyway, I know I've rambled on long enough for this video, but hope you enjoyed it. You know, to the guy that left that comment, I'm sorry, but these accumulators are the way to go. If you're getting up a lot of hay, labor is not reliable anymore. It was back a long time ago. You could get people that would work hard and work hard all day, every day. You know, but the other problem is, it's not like, you know, you need a bunch of people when you're getting up hay, but then you don't need, you know, for me, I don't need anybody when I'm mowing hay, or raking hay, or tedding hay. You know, it's not like you can hire people full time to come out here, 4 or 5 guys full time, just cause you need them one day every 4 days or once a week. You know, it just don't work that way. That's why the equipment, using the accumulator and the grapple is just the way to go. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to say, well, using, you know, stack wagons are better, and, you know, not here they're not, because stack wagons just don't work really good on steep ground, and I mean really steep ground. I don't even like to pull a wagon behind the baler on some of the ground I bale. The accumulator's not too fussy about it, but you can turn a wagon over with a load of hay on pretty easy. I get kind of, you know, get a little scared when I get on some of this steep stuff with a loaded wagon, so I don't even take loaded wagons on some of my steep ground. I just park them on flat ground and load them from there with the tractor. But anyway, there's a reason why I do it the way I do it. That's the reason. If you don't agree with the reason, I'm sorry. I'm not ever going back to packing wagons by hand unless I just absolutely have to, because something is, my loader is broke off my tractor